Hello and welcome. The second week of the Grand Naval Battles events have ended, and I will have a post up tomorrow for the third week's event, so I am currently deciding still on the winners of the second week. Anyways, moving on to the match. Our hero today is Livio von Pranda, so I'm gonna call them Livio. He's in the Tier 10 Japanese destroyer, the Shimakaze, and this match is on the map Mountain Range, which is one of the new ones. Their team does not have a Tier 10 battleship. The enemy team has a Montana though. And in general, it's more or less equal. I think, at least. More or less, not exactly. Anyways, the plan is to go towards the enemy battleships and cruises and just torpedo some of them. I think these are 10-kilometer torpedoes? I don't know. Hard to tell. Oh, okay, actually it isn't really that hard to tell, because, you know, they are 12-kilometer torpedoes. I imagine it's Shimakaze with concealment range abilities, so... Yep, those appear to be on the North Carolina, the two salvos, and the third one as well. Wait, no, actually no. Okay, torpedoes to port, and he didn't immediately look. That's weird, but the North Carolina turned, so those torpedoes are likely to miss. And by the way, if you're in a Tier 10 ship, please do not use... if you are in a Tier 10 ship, then please use premium consumables. You will have an extra smoke screen and an extra speed boost. Anyways, those torpedoes look really good on target on the North Carolina. Like, I would imagine one or two of them would hit, actually. Livio doesn't really want to torpedo, shoot anything. Okay, let's see. One and... What? What? That's some BS right there. That should not have passed through the ship. Anyways, it did though, so... Can't do anything about it. Well, now there's a minute of cooldown left to go, because it's a Shimakaze, and that is what happens. Although... I in a Shimakaze usually would use, guns to go fight the enemies. Although not really a gearing, because, well, it's gearing. Really don't want to fight one in a Shimakaze. You just want to get away as far away as you can. Anyways, what I would do is, what I would have done before the gearing showed up is shell from afar, because if you have AFT and all that stuff, you can shoot quite far with a Shimakaze's guns, and you will... If you shoot at like a target that's like 9.5 kilometers or something, you shouldn't be detected when you fire your guns. But anyways, the gearing was there anyway, so... It was scary regardless. Luckily though, he made it away by only losing 9,000 HP, although I'm very surprised he didn't just fire back at the gearing. If that were me, I think I would have taken the fight, because the gearing was at half HP. What I would have been afraid of is all the other ships behind the gearing shooting me. But anyways, things are fine. Livio is still alive, with more than half HP, and he decides to try to torpedo this Mogami with two salvos, and the third one is going to be not used apparently. Or, I guess it's a bit later, although, this doesn't make sense. Why would you... what? I don't understand. You do not want to fire a third salvo right now. Because the reason you don't want to is because they will react to the first two. And that will throw off all the lead indicator stuff anyway, so you don't really want to rely on that. Anyways, what? What? Never fire widespread torpedoes. They don't do anything, because the gap is so wide between them at long range that they will just... Oh my god, this Mogami is so dead. Wow. Wow. That Mogami took so many torpedoes. But yeah, do not fire widespread torpedoes. They do not do anything at all, because they are so wide that a battleship can pass through them horizontally, you know, in terms of length, because the torpedoes just go so wide. It doesn't make any sense to use widespread almost ever, other than very close range.
Attention, reporting a target position.
So, there's some negative nannies in chat saying they are going to lose. Anyways, it seems that Livio's team is up for defending the cap. So this is actually a really good situation for a destroyer, because a destroyer, especially a torpedo destroyer, prefers defending, because they can, you know, use things like smoke screens, and, you know, it's much easier to torpedo a target that is coming towards you. Also, if you had premium consumables, you could, like, you know, like, just use smoke almost already again. Not to mention, it wouldn't be your last charge. Okay, he torpedoes Hindenburg, I think. Or was it North Carolina? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Because, again, replays, they don't tell you who they had targeted. Nope. No hot destroyer and destroyer action. What are you going to do with your terrible third salvo? I guess you're not going to use it at all, apparently. Anyways, Livio's team is losing pretty badly here. 5 ships down to 2 ships. Sorry, make that 6 ships down to 2 ships down. Okay, that first torpedo salvo might do something. The second one was kinda pointless, because they are going to do something about the... You know, they are going to react to the first salvo. So, if you fire a second... Look at this. This is a narrow spread, and this Hindenburg almost passes through it. Like, not really angled even. But anyways, that salvo isn't gonna do anything. Like, the thing is that if you don't fire all your torpedoes at once, then firing them at the same target is kind of pointless, because they will be reacting to your first salvos. So the third salvo has to take into account that you cannot use the prediction line to fire. Well, I guess you can expect the person to be firing like, or sailing like an idiot, and in that case, yes, they might hit. It's kind of the same reason why the same like logic applies if you torpedo someone, you don't want to then smoke and shoot them, because they will react to that, and that will throw your aim off. Anyways, the enemy destroyers are pushing into the cap now, which is scary. So I imagine Livio has to fight this Kagero, because she will detect him in a moment. He wants to torpedo, but I don't think it's a very good idea. What the hell just happened there? Anyways, now it's North Carolina's turn to eat some torpedoes. I think the North Cal is gonna detect him, so he has to probably smoke. What the hell? Oh, it's the battleship behind Livio that's the target of those torpedoes. If Livio's torpedoes hit on this Kagero, this might be insane. Sorry, not might be. That will be insane. Anyways, the North Cal secondaries are opening up, but secondaries are not very scary, although they do kill engines. Unfortunately, the North Carolina didn't have all that much HP, so she only took 1 torpedo, although she should have taken all 3. I mean, she did, but the ship died before. So Livio has to go back into the base, and no smokes or speed boosts left, because, again, no premium consumables for God knows what reason. Anyways, now there isn't all that much to torpedo, so Livio decides to try to torpedo the Ibuki, which maybe will be in range. Yeah, I guess she will be in range once the torpedoes get there, because it'll take quite a while. Anyways, Livio still has to contend with the Kagero. Oh, no, never mind. I thought the Gearing was dead. Nope, the Gearing is still alive, so yes, you do have to fight the Gearing. Also, do not sail next to an Ibuki like this, because the Ibuki is like #1 target for like everything on the enemy team. So you might just get hit, especially torpedoes. Like, it's a really bad idea. Also, use your guns more. At least I would. Okay, those torpedoes are actually pretty nice on the Ibuki. But there's some Oh! Are they gonna hit the Kagero? Oh, never mind. That's unfortunate. Almost. That would have been very funny if the Kagero did get hit. Unfortunately, no Ibuki hit either. Amagi is the next target of choice though. Hopefully the friendly Ibuki does not sail into them. Okay, I think the Amagi will likely... Like, Yamagi could, like, not take the damage, but it's very likely that she would. For some reason, Livio swapped to AP and just didn't fire the guns. I don't know why you would want to swap to AP on a destroyer at these ranges. Like, HE would be fine against this New Orleans. Also, glad you're finally using your guns, because they are pretty nice, actually. Also, Amagi took some torpedoes, only one though, which is very surprising. Let's see how... See, you could have already killed the... What? Why are you switching targets again? Oh my god. This is one of those videos where I want to just commentate on what goes wrong all the time. Like, yes, it's a Shimakaze player. I mean, that means she has some experience, or he. But like, what the hell is going on? Why are you using not using premium consumables? And why are you... What? I just don't understand. Okay, that torpedo salvo I agree with. I would like to right now suggest trying to go and pick off either the Shimakaze or the New Orleans, or both, but I would turn my ship around like 180 degrees and head back towards the cap zone, because, well, that's where a cap zone is. If you lose the cap zone, you lose the game. Well, the Amagi does not appear to be very happy in a moment, or will not be very happy in a moment. Also, Livia detected the friendly Shimakaze, who I will jump back to in a moment. Come on, bye Amagi. And fight on the Shimakaze. Fight though. Go, 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 go. You can kill it with fire. I mean, HE, same thing. What? How did you miss at this range? Oh my god.
Critical engine damage.
Ah, and all the guns are at the back. No, don't get torpedoed. Don't ram it. Do not ram the Shimakaze. Don't expect torpedoes. Turn the other way, turn the other way, turn the other way, turn the other way, turn the... Oh my god. Okay, turn your ship in a way so that your guns are on target. Your guns are turned the other way, so turn the ship... Oh my god. Oh my god, Livio, do not die. Do not take those torpedo hits. Stop. Oh my... No! Just no. Just no. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Stop turning. Kill the Shimakaze already. Oh my god. Oh, kill it. Shoot your guns. Doesn't matter if you're on the ground. Oh, finally. Jeez, what? He has Kraken. The hell? How? What? What? How did you get Kraken unleashed? Did the New Orleans die to you or something? Oh my god. I don't think I have been really paying attention to what the hell is going on in this match. Anyways, they still have a pink North Carolina and the Shimakaze, and the enemy has an Ibuki, Kagero, and Montana. Unfortunately, the Kagero is still around, otherwise our hero, Livio, could have the field day, especially if he used premium consumables. In a tier fucking 10 ship, how do you not use premium consumables? Like, why? What are you thinking? Also, one thing I don't like in this map is it's too big. Like, not in the sense that there's too much room in total, but all the things are so far apart from one another. Like, look at this. The Ibuki is 13 kilometers away, and he's like not that far from the fucking cap zone, and the Ibuki is still 11 kilometers away. It's ridiculous. Anyways, he has to do something about the Ibuki, otherwise the Ibuki will just simply cap. Unfortunately, he can't go too close because he doesn't have any smoke screens left, because he doesn't use premium consumables. Not to mention there's still a Kagero left, and our team depends upon you because the friendly pink North Carolina, who was almost at full HP, ate a whole boatload of torpedoes and died. Well, shipload, I guess, not boatload. Let's see. Does the Ibuki dodge the torpedoes, or I think she does actually not get hit by any of these, especially if she keeps going backwards. Yup. Come on, Ibuki. Sail into them, please sail into them, please sail into them, please sail into them, please sail into them. What the fuck are you doing, Ibuki? You are really sailing into them. Why? Why? What? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, actually, I take that back. It wasn't that bad by the Ibuki, because there were 2 torpedoes at the side still left. Wow. Still though, if the Ibuki, all the Ibuki had to do was sail backwards, and she would have won the game. Sorry, not won the game, but, you know, not died. But like, she was like, nah man, torpedoes incoming, nah man, I'ma start accelerating and then just die, because it takes so long to accelerate from a standstill that it doesn't work. So now there's only a Montana left and the Kagero. Unfortunately, again, Livio does not have premium consumables, so she can't go next to the Montana, torpedo, and then smoke. And Kagero spotted, so you have to fight her. Sorry, but you kinda have to do this. Again, would be nice if you had smoke. No? I bet it was. So enjoy for some very unfortunate circumstances in a moment because of the Montana. Torpedo the Montana, please. Okay, I mean, sure. Dropping a bunch of torpedoes on a Kagero at close range is actually a pretty good idea. Unfortunately, you missed, so it was wasted. You should have used them on the, you know, Montana. Wow, that was such a close salvo. Come on, why do you keep turning the ship? Your guns can't keep up if you keep turning it all the time. You only have one gun at the front, use the back ones. It's okay if you run aground, that's completely fine. Okay, so it's Livio against Montana now. Livio has 200 HP. Oh my god, the game ends! What? Oh my god, I didn't even pay attention to that, and I imagine Livio didn't either, otherwise he wouldn't have done what he did. Okay man, that was a really unexpected ending. I didn't pay attention to the clock either, so I imagine Livio didn't as well, otherwise he probably wouldn't have been caught out like that. I mean, it really happens, but still though, I mean, use premium consumables, man. They aren't that expensive, especially at tier 10. Just use them. They only cost 22,000 per. They lower the cooldown of your smoke screen, and they give you an extra charge. Just use them. They are just that good. You don't have to pay doubloons. You can do it with credits. Anyways, it was still a really good match. Like, really, really close. If the timer hadn't run out, then they would have won. But this is the downside to being on the defending side. If the enemy team attacks and stays inside your cap even a little bit, what happens is that if the timer runs out, you will be at a disadvantage even if you have the same ships left. Although in this case, because Livio's team still had a Shimakaze left and the enemy was a battleship, and if they had been completely equal, then the enemy team still would have won because battleships are worth more points. Regardless, it was, in my opinion, a well-played match. I won't say very well because, well, as you saw, I had many complaints. Premium consumables, turning way too much in a destroyer fight because your guns just cannot keep up. Not really using the guns all that much. You can definitely use them, especially if you get AFT. Although I think you didn't, so I guess it's kind of understandable. Otherwise, the torpedoes were pretty nice. Oh, and another mistake was the fact that you really didn't use your third torpedo salvo all that much. Because you can't really use the third one alone all that much, so I would expect you to just throw it like as a at the same time with the rest of them. But anyways, I mean, you did decently well. You hit 11 torpedoes. Although, let's say, the enemies kind of helped you along with that one. Anyways, you got 583,000 credits. That's a good result. 3,000 experience, which is a really nice one, especially because it was a loss. In terms of medals, Confederate, Dreadnought in a destroyer. Dreadnought in a destroyer. Think about that one for a moment. Kraken Unleashed, 2 devastating strikes, high caliber, 31 shell hits, 11 torpedo hits, 7 ships killed. That's a very good result. And some base defenses, etc., etc. But Dreadnought on a destroyer. By the way you get the Dreadnought on a destroyer is, you know the tier 4 ability, which gives you 400 HP per tier? Well, that one apparently counts for this. Essentially, you get more than 100% HP if you get that ability. So it's possible to get Dreadnought with it. And that's actually the reason why I picked this replay, because I was like, holy shit, that's a Dreadnought on a destroyer. Yeah, I want to see that match. Anyways, in the team panel, you'll see that Livio got 2,000 experience on a loss, which meant that if his team had won, he would have got 3,000 experience. And really, his team let him down quite hard, because the number 2 result is 1,000 experience. 1,000! That means he was more than double, which is unfortunate for him, I guess. Oh well, because this was a pretty close game, and if some of his allies had played a bit better, it probably would have went the other way. And in the detailed report, you can see that Livio did, if you add this all up, it's 169,800 damage. Quite crazy. 169,000 damage. In a Shimakaze. I mean, it's not the most surprising part in this match, but still. Oh yeah, by the way, 7 kills, etc., etc. Most of the damage was torpedoes, etc. Those 100 torpedoes he used are going to cost like hundreds of thousands of credits in terms of ammunition used. Destroyers are the most expensive class to run, which is insane if you think about it, but regardless, check out the other panel, time and distance. It was a 20-minute match, right? And distance traveled 116 kilometers. So, if the game had lasted for an hour, that 116.63 kilometers should be multiplied by 3, right? So this meant that Livio moved the ship around at 349.81 kilometers an hour. For those who use a non-metric system, for God knows what reason, because you apparently don't like nice things, that's a good 200, almost 220 miles an hour. Think about that for a moment. The Shimakaze is pretty fast. Anyways, if you guys, the Shimakaze is fast, and I imagine that the Kantai collection Shimakaze would be envious, perhaps even jealous. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.